Christian is so sick. I'm so sorry that you volunteered to be here.
It's okay. I sound great.
Hey friends, my name is Gabrielle and welcome to FrumiousReads, and we are doing the Alice's Adventures in Wonderland tag. And this was created by Novel Thoughts, and you can find all the links in the description below. So I was tagged to do this by Vanessa from PaperFaerie, so if you guys haven't checked out her channel already, which I'm sure you have because she's amazing, then I will also leave her in the annotations in the description, or I guess not annotations because we don't have those anymore, apparently. So there are 14 questions to this tag total. Each question is based off of a character or theme from the book Alice in Wonderland, and the first question is, Alice, read a quote from your favorite strong female protagonist. I'll go first. So my favorite quote is from Alice by Christina Henry. I have to have some kind of ode to Alice in Wonderland when I'm doing the Alice in Wonderland tag. You are only a mouse if you let them make you one. And that's from Alice herself. And I just really like that.
Coraline.
Ooh.
I love her. I'm just going to randomly open a page and read something from her. Yes. Said Coraline. Next question. White Rabbit, a book everyone has read that you were or are late to the party on. Ah.
Mine is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. It took me until last year to read that book for reasons.
A Darker Shade of Magic.
Oh yeah, that's where that went!
Yeah, you lent it to me.
Like a year ago.
Yeah, it's next up in my QA.
Oh my god, I've given up at this point.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Question number 3, down the rabbit hole. Read your favorite first book sentence. Ooh, that's me. I go first. I claim it. Okay.
Fine. I'm even going
so
first.
the book I chose is Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. This book is amazing. Oh my gosh, everyone needs, if you haven't read it, you need to because it's just so good. But the first sentence, and I love it, is, to many, I was myth incarnate, the embodiment of a most superb legend, a fairy tale.
Mine is from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's actually from the second book called The Restaurant at the End of the Universe by Douglas Adams. And it's not so much a sentence, but more of a paragraph, but it all just works together. And it's, in the beginning, the universe was created. This has made a lot of people very angry and been widely regarded as bad news.
I've seen that quote. I didn't realize that was from there.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's a
so
great one.
great. It's so hilarious.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. Number 4, Drink Me. Go and make your favorite thing to drink while reading.
Okay, I have mine first.
Alright, you go first.
I saw that, so I made this in preparation, but I made tea. It is an Earl Grey tea, and I made it with because I'm a terrible tea person, I made it with our Keurig. And it was one of those like pods that you just put in. It was Earl Grey with like some kind of floral or berry undertone. I don't know, it was really fancy, but it's actually really good and I really love it.
I like to drink this cold and flu medicine when I read, because, you know, it just makes me feel so much better in life. Send help.
The Caterpillar. Name a character who gives good advice and a character who needs it. Mine is
sure.
The characters from Six of Crows by Leah Bardugo, and the two characters I'm choosing, okay, I chose the character who gives good advice is Inej, and she's just kind of generally like the most logical like the most critical thinker of their group, I feel like. And the character who needs the advice is Jesper. And yeah, he just needs a lot of advice, our poor sweet cinnamon roll.
My book will be The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman, and the main character gets a lot of his advice from the people who, from the, oh, I forgot their last names, but they're not witches, but they're kind of primordial beings.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's actually a really good one.
Yeah,
I agree with that a lot.
Yeah, they give him a lot of advice, you know, growing, as he grows up and goes back to visit them and everything. The Cheshire Cat. Try and give a 6-word explanation of a book that confused you. Thus Spoke Zarathustra by Friedrich Nietzsche. It was a gift. Tried reading it. Pretentious man tries to save humanity.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. The Investigator by Margarita Kemlin. And I think mostly because there was so much subtlety and twists and turns. So my 6 sentences are: the detective tries to solve murder? Question mark?
A fictional friendship you wish you could join in on. The March Hare and the Mad Hatter.
Oh, that's a good one. I chose the trio that you can read about in Feed by Mira Grant. That would be George, Sean, and Buffy, who is not actually the Vampire Slayer.
You tried to make me read that, right?
I did. You got 2 pages into it.
I got about 2 chapters into it.
And then you stopped reading it.
Because I had work
I don't.
And school things.
I'm ignoring your logic.
Alright, I think mine is gonna be the kind of friends from the trio of friends, kind of the three main characters from The Eye of the World. They're kids essentially growing up in this kind of little village. 8. The Dormouse, a book that put you to sleep. Sort of backtracking here. Thus spoke Zarathustra. I can't tell you how many times I fell asleep reading this book.
I can't even pronounce it, so I can see it.
It's Thus Spoke Zarathustra.
Oh, that's what you were saying. I was like, that's spoke Zarathustra. Okay, sure.
I'm sick.
German makes sense now. That would be Roseblood by A.G. Howard. This actually, it wasn't a bad book. I really couldn't get into it at all. I kept trying really hard and then I would just skim and just try and find when it got interesting.
So it was boring.
It was very boring. The next one is The Queen of Hearts, a book you would decree as compulsory reading. Oh, I have that one. So this one I am decreeing as compulsory reading, and it is Someday, Someday Maybe by Lauren Graham. For those of you guys who don't know, Lauren Graham plays Lorelai Gilmore on the Gilmore Girls. And this book is written with such her humor, and there's a reason why I am recommending this. It addresses a lot of issues with people trying to accomplish their dreams in the adult world, like trying to get the jobs that they've wanted, trying to work towards the job they wanted, and just continuously facing letdown after letdown and realizing that their plan or their career goals or just general life goals and things they wanted to do aren't as easily attainable as we are led to believe. So it really addresses that and it makes you feel like you're not quite as alone at being unhappy with your life. It makes you realize it's okay if you're not where you're at right now, but you could always work to do something different or try something new.
Mine will be The Kitchen God's Wife
That
by
one's a
Amy
really
Tan.
good one. I read that during my Book a Day challenge. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
it's just, the reason why I would say this is because it kind of shows that generational gap between between parents and their children. The Mock Turtle. Be brave and read a quote or passage from a book that made you cry. Alright, this one's a little off for me because a book hasn't really made me cry.
Right.
At all. I'm dead inside.
Yeah.
It's a comic book. It's an ongoing series currently right now. It's called The Button. Batman meets up with his dad.
Oh,
from an alternate timeline where his dad is the one that survives.
Oh, mine comes from This Is Where It Ends by Maria Camp, and I'm sorry, I know I murdered that. Please don't hate me. But it's actually a really great book. It has to do with a bunch of kids who are trapped in a school and there's a school shooter, and it really goes into the background. But I think the saddest part for me, this has spoilers. Spoiler alert right now. I'll let you guys know when the spoilers are done. So if you guys haven't read this book and you want to, then mute this right now and I will let you guys know when to come back. Okay, go. So, the passage I want to read is when Thomas, he's one of the brothers of the girls who is being chased down by the school shooter, and he sacrifices himself for her. And so this is the saddest passage because it's when he's saying goodbye and she doesn't know yet, but it's tell Mama I don't even know. Tell her I picked the locks on the auditorium and that super gluing Mr. Herrera's desk was the best decision I ever made. Tell her about that time we spiked the milk in the cafeteria with food coloring so it all turned green. Hell, just tell Mama I had a wonderful sister. Tell her I had the most amazing friends. Tell her I was happy, okay? Tell her I was happy and don't let her forget me. And then he shuts the window and goes to sacrifice himself. You don't really realize until it happens because he's made it so far and you think that it's about to end and all the help is there. And then all of a sudden it's just like his sister needs 5 more minutes. And so he's like, okay, I can give you that.
That's intense.
It is intense. It's really good though. Like this whole book is amazing.
Next one. The Flowers. Show us a pretty book cover.
Mine is not that original, but it's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them,
That's
the
a really
screenplay.
nice cover.
I just love this cover is gorgeous. I love the hardback edition. I love just like the gold inlay and you could feel it. And I love how like they made all the little beasts in it and you could really just go through and see them all. So yeah, this is one of my favorite book covers. I actually really love it.
Mine is gonna be another comic book. First Pirate Girl by Jeremy A. Bastion. Look at that. It's just amazing. His artwork is great. It's like something out of 1892.
Next question. The Walrus and the Carpenter, a character whose original appearance was deceptive.
So I'm going to go with Blues for Nightmares, the character of Donovan, actually. He starts out normal enough. You kind of expect this kind of person that he is already. When it gets to the end, you realize that who he really is completely different than what he's led to believe. And now for the best ways.
Maven from Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. For some reason, I was like always low-key expecting his betrayal, but at the same time he comes off as Mare's friend, that when he kind of goes rogue, it's really surprising.
Unbirthdays, a book you will gladly read every day of the year.
The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman.
Your favorite?
Amazing. Look how many times I've read this book so much that the binding is completely cracked.
Now, originally I was going to say Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Oh yeah,
that
me
is
too,
my favorite
of course.
book. But it actually had to be this one. The View from the Cheap Seats.
That's a really
by
good one,
Neil
too.
Gaiman. You know, it's all his non-fiction works and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he could read it out of order. It's a great
Good
selection.
one. You can find something new in it every time.
Exactly.
The last question is, A White Knight. The character that everyone laughs at, but who deserves better. I'm gonna say Luna Lovegood.
Aww.
Because I really think that she could have done, I loved her character and I thought she was used really well, but I also feel like she could have deserved a better ending. She did so much and she was so brave, and I feel like this was really highlighted a little bit in the last book, but she really deserves so much more.
That's what I was gonna choose.
Really?
Yeah, Luna
Wow.
Lovegood. Maybe Neville, but you know, everyone kind of says
Neville got a redemption arc though.
Yeah, he did.
He really did.
Which is why I believe Luna Lovegood should
Yeah.
have gotten better.
Yeah.
Something.
So that was the Alice in Wonderland tag. Now I have to tag people. So I am going to tag people. I'm going to tag Sandy from Sandyreadsalot. I'm going to tag Jade from Boho Bookworm, RJ from The Secret Stacks, and you, whoever watches this video, I am tagging you, and I want to see if you guys do this video. Leave it in the comments below so I can go and watch them. But if you guys haven't seen the original video, I will also link that in the description below, as well as Vanessa's video, because both of them are really good. Let us know what you guys thought of our video and our responses in the comments below, and if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, then you definitely should, because I upload bookish videos twice a week, as well as reaction videos when something cool comes out that I want to react to. Thank you, Christian, for coming on this, even though you're basically dying.
Thanks.
And sick. And I kind of forced you into it because you volunteered when I first mentioned it. This is how things happen here. If you guys want to follow Christian, all of his social media links will be in the description below as well. So make sure you guys go ahead and check it out. There's lots of cool things there, I promise. But that's all we have to guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you guys later. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.